Next thing I'm going to do is work on this big Ford, and there's a couple things I want to do. One is this summer I had a radiator cap that wasn't holding pressure, and it squirted all the antifreeze out of this baby, and I put some water in here. And here in Maine, that's an unforgivable sin. If you don't take the water out and put antifreeze in there before it freezes, you'll bust your block for sure. So I think I'm going to take it in there and get it up on the lift, drain the water out of it. I'm going to mess with these hubcaps. I also got a situation as far as the spare tire goes. I've made a video about it before, but if you look up under here, if you can see that, you can see there's not much clearance between that tire and this fender well. This fender well ain't never been cut. It would be really easy to grind some of that off, but that would be such a trashy thing to do to a vintage car that's never been ruined before. So, but because there's not much space here, you can't get a spare tire on this car. And so what, you can get one of these on here, but you literally have to let the air out of it and put it on and then pump it up. And I don't have a spare tire that's any smaller than that. So I think what I'm going to do, since we're going on a trip this weekend, is I'm going to put a spare in here. And if I had a flat, what I'd have to do is take the front one off, put the spare on the front one, move the front one back here, drain the air out of it, stick it on there, and then pump it up. But at least I would have something that would serve as a spare. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the weekend. Right now, while I have this up on the lift, I'll go ahead and put the hubcaps on there, and I'll show you the little Velcro trick that somebody showed how to do on the Ham. And we'll just generally clean her up and get her ready for a road trip. So there's all that. Y'all see how that tire is turning? This car ain't never vibrated going down the road, but that's a sure sign that that tire is out of balance. It's interesting. Because what happens is the heavy side of the tire it'll keep turning back and forth like that till the heavy side of the tire is all the way down. Well, I'm not going to try to balance it today. In fact, I may not even worry about it. I've been driving a car like that and I haven't ever felt a vibration in it, but it's just, if it's that much out of balance, it surprises me. Alright, let me get something to catch some water in, and I'll drain my radiator and we'll fill that baby up. That'll be the first thing on the list. I got that draining really slow because I drain it any faster. It will hit the torsion bar on the front end here. Well, yeah, that's a torsion bar. If I speed this up where this water hits that bar, it'll splash all over the place. But if I drain it really slow like that, I get a nice even flow down into my bucket. I suppose I could put a tube on the end of that thing and drain it out that way too. I might do that just to make it go quicker. My camera lens is doing funny things. Dang, I say. Might have to get me another new camera pretty soon. There, that's a little better. Okay, I drained this out and it has a good bit of antifreeze in it. I got a tester, and this is one where, depending on what color ball floats, that's how much it's good to. And you know what? I don't know which color ball goes to what. Well, that bulb ain't pulling no stuff into it anyway. Oh, what the heck. That's a useless piece of yard sale equipment right there if I ever saw one. Might as well throw that away. Anyway, what I'll do is I did put a gallon of fresh antifreeze in there. I'll just pour that in this bucket and I'll write mix on there. That way I can use it to top off radiators with and such. Because I know there's some antifreeze in it. If you got some antifreeze in the car, it won't freeze. It'll slush up, but it won't freeze. If you're not driving the car, having it slush up doesn't matter too much. If you are driving it and it's slushed up, it'll overheat. And believe it or not, even though a car gets hot enough to burn up the motor, it won't thaw out the water in the radiator. It's an odd thing, but it is what it is. So, with that said, I'll pour this in that bucket, and then we'll mess around with hubcaps and such.